Hello, everyone. Hello. This is the Pat Carosa Buffalo Bills podcast coming to you live from Rochester, New York. It is a Tuesday. We're almost to Thanksgiving. I want to preview the Bills game on Sunday and also preview the Saints game on Thursday as the Bills play on Thanksgiving. So, what do I think of the Bills right now? Well, of course, they're missing some pieces, but I was at that game on Sunday, and let me just say that that was one of the worst defeats I've seen from the Bills in a long, long time. It's not like they were ready for the Colts. They knew what the Colts were going to do. They knew that their only chance of success was going to be Jonathan Taylor, which, by the way, was on my fantasy team. And he did one heck of a job of guiding my fantasy team to victory. But that's what it is. It's a fantasy team. I would like my real team, the Buffalo Bills, to be better than my fantasy team. And on Sunday, they were not. And the defense just did not get any pressure on Carson Wentz and just didn't really have a good game plan for Jonathan Taylor. He ran for 180 yards and 5 touchdowns, four of them rushing, one of them receiving. And let me tell you, it was more dominating than that. They couldn't stop the run at all. Even if they tried, they couldn't. He had all space in the world to run. And that's very disheartening on a defense. And that really you know that's really hard for a defense to take, that they can't stop the run. And that's exactly what it was. And then on the other side of the ball, they couldn't get anything moving. It's like all that progress they made in the Jets game, they totally threw out in the Colts game. They fell behind very early, 14 to nothing, which wasn't a big deal when it was 14 to 7 and still a game. But then you had turnovers and penalties that really killed drives. And Josh Allen was trying too much, I feel like. And over the last couple of games, he has tried too much to be the hero. We need Josh Allen to just go back and feel the game. He needs to feel the game and really discover inside himself in what he truly is. He is a downfield thrower, and he just needs to have more anticipation in that pocket. And the offensive line is not having a good couple of games right now. We all know about Spencer Brown. He's on the COVID list, and who knows when he's going to come back. And, the Bills really need him right now. A third round pick. You shouldn't really need a third round pick, but this is where the Bills are. So, and it was a fail on all three sides: offense, defense, and special teams. And Isaiah McKenzie had that fumble where he slipped on his own 2 feet, dropped the ball. Colts recover, and that was basically the game. But even the coaches had a bad game, in my opinion. The Bills right now offensively just don't have an identity. They don't have an identity. Their passing game, the defenses are really coming to know that the Bills are a one-dimensional team. They can throw the ball. If you stop them throwing the ball, then they can't run. Zach Moss and Devin Singletary are not scaring anybody. They're not scaring anybody. When they're out there, defenses are being very honest. They are crowning the line, and they're just not getting any yards. I would love to see Matt Breida become more of the feature back. He's providing more of the spark. He ran, 6 times, but you can tell that he has the speed, and he was getting more yards per carry than Devin Singletary and Zach Moss. And really, this is a time where you need those hot players like a Matt Breida. You need those players to just come in and be successful and just ride the hot hand, especially down the stretch here as the Bills are now fighting for a playoff spot. They're the seventh seed. They're in second place in the AFC East. The Patriots are now in their comfortable position of first place at 7-4, and the Bills are 6-4. Now, that's not a big deal. The Bills still need to play the Patriots in 2 weeks, and that's going to be a big game. So really, they just need to play smarter. Coaches need to coach smarter. Sean McDermott really didn't have a good game coaching wise. He kicked a field goal that he really should have either gone for it or been more aggressive. I'm talking about that third quarter field goal. It would have been 24-10. I get it. We make it a two-score game, but it would have been a two-score game regardless. So, you really needed touchdowns at that point, down 24-14 in the third quarter. So, uh, or it would have been 24-14. So, the Bills just need to be better. They're better than this. They really are. They're better than what their record indicates. So, where does that leave them right now? I think the Bills' defense is still pretty good. They'll be great. They'll be great against rookie quarterbacks or inexperienced quarterbacks, and that's what they have coming up against the Saints. It's going to be a hostile environment, no doubt. The Saints are not a great team right now. They're not a great team right now, and and uh, and I believe that the Bills can really win on Sunday, prove something to the NFL that that they are still a Super Bowl caliber team. So where does that leave the Bills right now? uh, the Bills need to find in themselves to win over these next couple months. Good teams go on these hot streaks and make it into the playoffs. If Sean McDermott is a good head coach, if Josh Allen is a great head coach, then they can guide the Bills out of this rut they're having, and the Bills will be successful and actually make the playoffs and maybe win the division and even get the number one seed. But it's really all on the Bills now that they just need to play better so that they can get that number one seed. So I think the Saints will win, and nope, I think the Bills will win, and they might win comfortably. I think the defense will provide a spark and will be better because they're playing with Trevor Simeon, and the Saints have a lot of injured players, so that should have a lot of opportunities for the Bills. And then I think the offense will be do just enough so that the Bills can win on Thursday during Thanksgiving. So, other than that, go Bills. And I hope all of you have a great Thanksgiving.